Completely Damaged Productions presents Down the Hall with Cameron Hall.
Hey, I'm Mike from Smashmouth.
I'm Sean from Smashmouth.
And I'm Paul from Smashmouth, and you're watching Down the Hall with Cameron Hall.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the debut show of Down the Hall with Cameron Hall, and I am with the legendary band Smashmouth. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Now, what inspired you guys to pursue a career in music?
For me, I just love to play, you know, so I wanted to do it, keep doing it, and luckily it happened.
I don't know. When I was a kid, I was a surfer and skateboarder was my focus, but I always played bass guitar, electric bass guitar. My family wasn't musical, my parents weren't musical, but there was something about electric bass guitar that just fascinated me.
Yeah, I can't beat yours. I don't know, but
You don't have to beat
I'll give it a shot. No, I don't know. I grew up in a musical family and just followed the dream, and here I am.
Okay, and who came up with the name Smashmouth, and how did you guys form?
Our first drummer did, Kevin Coleman, came up with the name Smashmouth.
Okay.
That's the name of the band,
Nice.
Smashmouth. You know.
And how did you guys form? You guys all just...
Well, we formed. Greg Camp, our original guitar player, and I were sort of partners in a couple other bands before Smashmouth. We both played in separate cover bands, but during the day we would work on original music together. And then our manager, at the time we were in a band called Lackadaddy, and our manager put us together with Steve, who was a rapper at the time and had actually had a deal with with Scotty Brothers. We were impressed by this, and we were friends with Steve, so we decided to get, Greg and I talked about it, and we would go back to writing pop songs with him as a lead singer, not a rapper. And then after we got our record deal, about 3 months after we got our record deal, Michael joined, so he's essentially an original member, and then Sean's been playing with this on and off since like February of 2011. He went to Iraq with us.
2 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then he joined permanently in November.
Awesome. And I just heard the other day. I heard the rap stuff. Did you play the rap stuff with Steve?
You know what? I always wanted to play that song. He had this single called Big Black Boots, which was very similar to, at the time, House of Pain was all.
Jump around.
It was like that. It was jump around with big black boots, And Greg and I loved it. We were impressed. Wow, like,
Yeah, it's very
can we play this?
energetic.
And he's like, no, do our own music. Let's move on.
Now, how did the Under the Sun tour come about, and did you guys pick who you guys wanted to go on tour with?
Well, the Under the Sun tour happened last year, but basically, I'm not sure who else was. I think it was Marcy Playground. I know Sugar Ray and Gin Blossoms were on it, but I think in our slot was Everclear, and it was a successful tour. And then they had asked us to do it last summer, but we had other obligations. And then we started talking about this early, like around Christmas, and around it takes a while to build these up. And then we put the lineup together with Fastball, Veritical, Gin's, Sugar Ray, and us, and I was thrilled personally because they are four of my favorite bands. I mean, you could say that, and it sounds like a bunch of BS, but if you look through my record collection at home, you'll see it's true. Fastball's like my favorite band.
That leads into the next question: is what's on your guys' iPod to get pumped up before you guys go on stage? Like you said, Fastball you love, and Gin Blossoms and all that. What do you guys listen to get pumped up before you guys go on?
All kinds of stuff. I like Wilco. We just went and saw a big band I like, Alt J. You heard of them?
No.
We just played at the
Piazza.
Piazza, and really rad. I really like them. I mean, eclectic, all kinds of stuff. I like jazz. I mean, I like hip hop, everything. What about you? What do you listen to?
I've been getting pumped up by Fall Out Boy. I mean, just a killer record. I've been listening to it for probably like a fan turned me on to it, and was just like, whoa, this is awesome. And I literally listen to them every day.
Nice. Yeah, on tour, which one of your favorite songs to play?
It's a tough call. Me and Paul talk about this a lot. It's like, people ask us, most of the question is like, do you ever get sick of playing them? And we don't. We don't. I don't know how much we want to really listen to it, but it's a thrill to play all these songs every night. I mean, I couldn't pick one over the other. I think that they're all great, and I think that we're just so privileged to get to play them every night that it's, we thrill on doing the show.
Now, when you guys aren't performing, what do you guys enjoy doing for fun?
I like to watch Bonanza.
Nice.
He does. I have 2 children, so I watch them.
So balancing that out,
Yeah,
more power to you.
it works out pretty good.
But we all have families and girlfriends and wives and stuff at home. So they understand.
I actually like mountain biking, but I haven't done it in so long. Thankfully, I've been very, very busy. So.
Nice. Now, what's the craziest thing that ever happened on tour?
We can't talk about it, guys. We can't talk about it.
You're the historian. You better come up with something good.
Some little dirt.
That's a good one.
Medium dirt, PG dirt.
Yeah.
When Hippie first joined, we call him Hippie. When he first joined the band in 1997, like right when he first joined the band, we were playing in Disney World, and I never realized how much I cussed during
An average
we got
conversation.
kicked off at Disney World bus, and we were lost.
No.
Yeah, we were
in
trying to
Disney
find our
World
hotel, and we
for
ended up
like
going
7 hours.
We just were talking, and we were just getting to know each other, and probably dropping F-bombs, but just in conversation, So we go all the way around the park, and we end up where we started, and I'm like, that's okay, we'll go around one more time. And the guy's like, no, you're not. Get off my bus. We're like, what do we do? We were like totally befounded by it, and he just kicked us off and screaming and yelling at us. And then Paul, and I will attest that this is the only time he's ever done this.
I have to admit, this was all my fault.
He pulled the rock star car. He pulled the guy's hat down. He goes, "Do you know who I am?"
Never did that.
Yes, you did.
I've never seen you do that.
And off we went.
And then, but we had a pretty crazy adventure after that. So after that, every hotel is like, Blah Beach or whatever, and so we didn't remember which one we were at. And they're all pretty separated and far away, And I don't know if you've been to Disney World, but it's huge. And so we found somebody gave us a ride, and then we were, it's like Blue Lagoon or it's whatever, and he drops us off at this hotel. We get out, we think it's ours, it's not.
We're just as lost as we were to
There's
begin.
nobody at the front desk, which I don't know why, but so we're literally like at the point where we're gonna steal this golf cart, or like we're kind of like, man, maybe we can get in trouble, and then we can tell them who we are, and they can help us find where we gotta go. We ended up finding this guy's lunch.
He ate his sandwich.
Yeah, I ate his sandwich.
Was it good at least?
Yes, it was.
Okay,
It was
so
delicious. His wife made him a good sandwich, and then we're going to try to steal this bread truck. That was our final plea. Like we did not know
We were
what
going to steal a bread truck. Yeah.
And then the bread truck driver came out, and we ended up talking to him, and then he kind of helped us find our hotel.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
And we got there just in time for bus call, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, no. Now, how's it like having your songs be in movies? Like of course Shrek, All Star. How'd that all come about? And did you guys jump on it right away, or did you kind of think about it?
I don't know. You might remember that.
That's kind of more up to the adults, as we call them, like the label.
Business people.
The business
I mean,
people, yeah.
we
We got lucky.
We were definitely at the point, when our songs became successful, it was at the first time when this whole licensing thing happened. So we were kind of like a test subject for that, and obviously we got licensed like crazy, I don't know if we have too many complaints about it. I mean, it really worked out for us quite well. So, yeah.
But I think to expand on that, we were at the time we were already successful. People forget that our first album had a huge hit song and sold, 2.5 million copies too. So we were just trying to not be a one-hit wonder and do the best songs we could for our second album, and that sort of stuff was
Definitely.
sort of second. I mean, that's what we were focused on,
Now, what music are you guys digging right now that you aren't playing? Like, do you have any, what are the plans for the future after the Sun tour?
Well, right now I'm digging Veritical Horizon. Can you hear
You're a
that?
little of them, right?
We all write. We all work with other people. I write songs. Paul writes songs. Sean writes songs. We play with other people. I record bands. Sean records bands. Paul mostly just does his own solo stuff, but we all, do more than just this.
And do you guys enjoy having a hit song and putting your own spin onto it as well? Like I'm a Believer, that song?
Sure.
I think we're a very good cover band. I mean, because when you do it, if you're going to cover a song, I always thought, first of all, it better be better than you better not cover some great singer or if you're going to cover the Beatles or like something, you have to do something unique with it. Make it.
The Beatles.
Yeah. Well, they can do that.
But it's finding that.
You have to make
thing,
it your own thing. If you try to, I personally don't like covers that artists do when they stay true to the original and they don't do it any justice. They just do it like,
Right. Yeah.
If you can't top the performance, at least try to put a twist on it.
And if you remember, like, we had the song "Can't Get Enough You Baby," like, when we heard that, somebody had a recording of that, we were instantly like, man, we have to record this song. I mean, and it ended up being put in a movie and ended up doing quite well for us. But, like, with Believer, it was the movie people that were like, this is the song we need. So sometimes it's a challenge in the sense that they tell you what they want, and then you got to come up with something unique to do with it, So it's a cool musical challenge,
Nice. Are you guys working on any new music right now? Or?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
And we just have a record come out in November as well.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say appreciate you guys so much for letting me come in and interview you guys and be on the debut show of Down the Hall with Cameron Hall.
Nice.
Down the hall.
With Cameron Hall.
You guys rock, man.